Jews, if you study world religions, if we study religions in the world, Muslims and Jews are the closest people from religious beliefs of the scripture. Interesting. We have more in commonality than even Christians. I don't want to segregate, but even Christians, like, we were talking about food sometimes with Jews and Muslims and Christians, and the Muslim-Jewish concept of food and halal and haram and processing and meat, it's so close that the Christians have nothing to do with it. Interesting. Everything we're in commonality with Muslims and Jews. Now, Christians are supposed to, from the Orthodox Christian point of view. So this is not a Muslim-Jewish fight. It's not a religious fight. Unfortunately, some people use religion to aggravate the situation and create a bigger issue. This is a Palestinian-Israel fight. We've got to be very careful, draw that line. It may be a fine line. But when I was asked again, and I had to answer and I said, listen, politicians cannot solve this problem alone. Because even though it's a Palestinian-Israel fight, it involves Muslims and Jews. Let's be real. But the people, most of the people who are behind the scheme and the plans and do not want to see peace, are not doing that in the name of religion. They have their own political agenda. And as I said in the synagogue, and I said at Pembroke Pines City also had a program on Wednesday evening with the mayor and all the officials, and I made the same statement publicly with them. All the law enforcement and everyone were there, mashallah. I said, religious leaders have to be together with the politicians in making a decision to find a solution to peace in the Middle East between Israel and Palestine. It's very important that we understand that. You need educated, intelligent, experienced leadership, not just emotion. It doesn't go, listen, if one of us here going 4 months in Tabligh Jamaat, you know Tabligh Jamaat? Or you're in the masjid here 24/7. And we got to take a flight to go somewhere. Are you if this brother does not know to fly a plane, he could be living here in the masjid, and he cannot fly a plane. You cannot put him to be the pilot. The guy who is the pilot may not have a beard, he may not be in kurta and topi, but he has the knowledge and the experience of flying an aircraft. So it's important to understand we cannot let emotions override our intelligence. But we got to let Iman override everything, faith. It got to be in accordance with the Quran and the Sunnah. And hence, a solution to this problem has to be, and I've been telling politicians that, I tell the media that, religious leaders got to be together with the politicians and the leaders of the countries to come together to find a peaceful decision. That's the only way you will get a balanced decision. Otherwise, it will always be about ego and power. It will always be about ego and power.